What's up, Internet? Kern1776 here with yet another video Battlbox breakdown. First one of 2020. I got Mission 71 right here. I want to give you guys a real quick update on Mission 70. As many of you may have seen, Daniel has sent out some emails here over the past couple weeks giving you guys updates on the knives that were delayed for Mission 71. Well, I got good news for you. Everything's going to plan, right? Everything's going to plan. So the knives are in right now. Guys are packing the boxes as you are listening to me speak right now, okay? So the knives are going out. Mission 70 is going out in completion, and soon you'll be seeing what I got right here that I'm fixing to show you. So thanks everybody for your patience and your understanding. There's a lot of things that are out of our hands, but we do what we can to get it in our hands and handle it, and this is going down right now. So the boxes are being packed and shipped out as you watch me in my new vest. First time you see me in a vest on a video, not just t-shirt. It's kind of weird. But Mission 71, 2021. It's freaking sweet.
I know you got freaking vest and socks.
No, I've actually had this for a while. It's never cold enough down here to wear one. All right, so Mission 71. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all something. This ain't the biggest box we've sent out in a while, but it's probably got the most value of any box we've sent out in a while. I know the size may be a little bit deceiving, but there's over $400 worth of stuff in here. And it's listed in the booklet that I'm not gonna show you, so you watch my video all the way through. All right, here we go. Basic box, first item, Ready Hour 72-hour meal kit. So I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, especially in 2020, that getting like survival foods, if you will, or ready-made meals has been pretty hard to get. I mean, we've been working on this a while. So we found this this company right here. It's got some really cool stuff, and I'm gonna show you what's inside. And old Steve-O, he's actually whipping some of this up for me right now. So when he brings that out, we'll have a little taste test. It's got up to 25 years shelf life, so I'm sure this is really loud. So we've got some mac and cheese. Everybody likes mac and cheese. I mean, come on now. That's some good stuff right there. Made in the USA. It's got your directions there on the back. It's got your information here. There's 4 servings in this bag right here of mac and cheese. So we'll try that out here in just a minute. One of my favorites for when I'm camping or keeping in bug out bags and stuff, just because it's filling and it gives you a lot of energy, is chicken and rice. So this is creamy chicken flavored rice. So it's chicken flavored, but it's rice. There's a bunch of it in there. This right here is also 4 servings of some chicken, creamy chicken flavored rice. Then we got another one of my favorites actually, home style potato soup. Love potato soup. My wife makes killer potato soup. You hear me? Can you tell? I'll rate this against my wife's. Sorry, honey, I'm going to apologize in advance if this is like really, really good. So, 4 servings as well right here of the potato soup. And last but not least, some black bean soup. Got to have your black bean soup sometimes, man. Black beans got some good protein in it right there. 4 servings as well. So, 72-hour kit from Ready Hour, 25-year shelf life. Put it in, Rubbermaid boxes and store it for a long time just in case you need it in your home. If you have to, bug in and have food if something happens to the supply chain as far as getting food is concerned. So we'll try that stuff out here in just a minute when Steve-O gets done in the kitchen. Yeehaw. So everybody knows that this guy right here likes fire. I love figuring out different ways of starting fires. I love blowing things up. If it has to do with heat, fuel, and oxygen, I'm all up in there. I dig it, okay? So we've got Spartan Fire multi-use EDC tender in here. Check it out. What's cool about it? First glance, what's the first thing I think of when I see this? It's compact, it's small, it doesn't take up any space. I can put this in all sorts of different kits, and it's like it's not even there. But when I need it, oh my God, I got me a way to start fire. I'm gonna keep this in the package because I got mystery spot stuff for you. I got a lot of stuff in the mystery spot today, y'all. All right, so basically, this is what you got. These real thin, paper thin, little strips right here. You kind of feel that, they've got a wax to them, but it's not transferable. So, you know, you can fold this up, put it in a wallet. You can hide this in a belt. You can do all sorts of things with this. As you all know, I like to condense my stuff down, put it in multiple different kits. We'll get out to walk. Yeehaw. I got me a fire starter right here, the Lord and Field Camp Strike. Do this several different ways. You can condense this down even into even smaller strips if you like. They're waterproof, so you don't have to worry about them getting wet, hence the wax. You can ball it up, use the whole thing, whatever you want to do. So we're going to use the whole thing just to see how long it runs. So what I like to do is at least fray up a little bit of it here on the ends. Or you can use a knife to scuff it up. Of course, you can rip it. You got to have your ignition source. I've got this Camp Strike here, ferrous serum rod, striker. Of course, you can use a match. You can use, there's a gas can over there. It doesn't have any gas in it. That's a good thing. All right, let's see if I can do this without knocking the wok off the table here. Cutting my beard on fire. Well, that was easy. Didn't even hit the spot that I frayed up. So I guess that proves that even if you don't have a way to fray it up, you're good to go. But fraying it up is probably recommended. This right here will help you get a fire started. Yeehaw. Or you can kind of do like I do and just completely waste all that you have because you think it's fun to burn up stuff, right? Isn't that nice? I love fire, man. Fire and knives is essential for life, I'm telling you. Let me get this out of the way. Another thing that you can use this for that many don't think about is because it's got wax in it. Let's say you got a zipper that's sticking on a bag or your jacket or your vest or something like that. You can rub this on your zipper and it will help free that up and help it work better. You can rub this on your knives. You can rub it on anything that needs, that's got a little bit of friction, and the wax will help out. If you've built something out of wood that you need it to slide on, like some sort of jig or something like that, you can rub this on the smooth side of the wood to help it slide easier. That is another property that you can use with your Spartan fire. Yeah. The third item in the basic box is really, really cool. UCO Switch Sport 2-piece utensil set. That's a mouthful. Now, colors may vary that you guys are getting. I seem to have kind of a bluish gray color here. I don't want to be eating my mac and cheese with my freaking hands, okay? Although it would be cool, and if I was just out with the boys goofing off, maybe it'd make them laugh. This right here makes it to where you don't have to use a stick in the woods. It breaks apart like that. You got a knife and a spoon, and you got a fork. And it's not compromised in size. I mean, that's a good sized fork and a good sized spoon and knife for cutting meat, versus some that are out there that are like super small and it's actually a drag to use. So if you're a glutton like me when it comes to eating, check this out. Now you got a kayak paddle for your mouth. You can eat your beans, eat your dual purpose it. You can use your fork, you can use your spoon. If you need your knife, of course, you're gonna have to take that out. But yeah, you can set it up like that if you want. You stick it down in the side of a pack so you don't have to reach as far down to get it if you like. Or of course, you can store it this way, if I do it the proper way, like this. You can store it like this. Last in the basic box, we got something. Now sometimes you need a little seasoning, right? When you're eating food out there in camp, and you're eating something, you're like, man, I really wish I had some seasoning. We got you some seasoning. And this stuff's awesome because you can put it on dang near anything and it makes it really good to eat. The red Eye Hog seasoning right here. This stuff right here is the bee's knees, man. I'm telling you, you can put it on anything, meats, fish, you can put it on vegetables, you can put it on whatever. I'm telling you, it works great. And it goes great with pretty much anything else that you get, that's like this, freeze-dried type food. And it's small, compact, doesn't take up a lot of space, great item to add to your victuals kit. All right, made in America. Got the old flag right there. Oh, baby. Yeah. Got a little salt. A little pepper. A little red pepper, I believe. What else we got in there? Some onion. Some garlic. I taste a little bit of garlic. I mean, this stuff is even designed for that kind of stuff right there in camping. It's on the label right there. It says for MREs, soups, stews, wild game, wild edibles, freeze-dried meals, and fish. Yeehaw. So that right there is a great seasoning to keep on you in your bug out bag, your camping kit, your camp cook kit, whatever. Put that stuff on anything. Cook some French fries, sprinkle some of that on them French fries. Your tongue will slap your brains out, promise you. Now I'm just waiting on Steve-O to come in here. Bring me some, there he is right there. Oh, yeah.
Which one do you want first?
Oh, old Steve-O.
Cheese, sweet potato, or potato soup?
Let's do the tater soup first. Ah, I got some tater soup right here and some mac and cheese. We'll sit there. We'll do that one next. Steve's working on the rest now. Look there, tater soup. I like me some tater soup. That stuff's hot too. It's thick.
It's gonna be super hot. Yeah,
It's probably gonna burn the tongue right out of my mouth. Ooh. That's really good. That's real good. Yeehaw, Ready Hour. You nailed that. I wouldn't have thought that came out of a bag like that. That's pretty good. That's making me want to try this here. Sorry about the smacking, y'all. I can't stand it. It's one of my biggest aggravations, but I can't help it. The microphone's probably picking up everything. Give you a shot of that mac and cheese. Look at that right there, man. Oh, I just spit on my table. Okay, right there. Smells like mac and cheese. Looks like mac and cheese. By golly, it tastes like mac and cheese. That's good too. I ain't joking, y'all. I'm not just hamming this up. I wish I had some ham right now. That'd go really good with mac and cheese. This is good. Hey, man.
I'll church it up for you a little bit. There you go.
Got some of that red Eye Hog on there. It was good before now, just FYI. That's on time. Wow. Red Eye Hog tater soup. Oh yeah. This stuff's awesome, Steve. He's bringing some more. What you got?
Black bean soup and potato soup.
So that's not tater soup? What's that?
I'm sorry. Cheesy rice.
Cheesy rice,
Chicken
okay.
rice.
I was about to say, because that tater soup tasted like tater soup, so if that won't tater soup, I don't. Okay, so this is the rice.
Black beans.
And black beans. All right, look at him, man. He brought me a napkin. Thank you, Steve-O. You the man. Smells like black beans. All right, here we go. Wow. Got a little bit of spice to it. That's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I'm not a black bean fan. I will typically pass it by. That's good right there. Might run people out of camp afterwards. Well, you know, the whole bean thing and all. Chicken flavored rice. That's hot. That's good. We're gonna have to postpone the rest of this video so I can eat all this stuff. I forgot it was hot. But I'm gonna be honest with you, all this stuff was very delicious straight out of the bag. I'm not a black bean fan, dude. And that's really good to me.
Yeah.
So, That right there is a home run. So just want to drive something home here. Daniel brought up a good point. He said, well, all I got here is one bowl of each, right? Well, this is a 72-hour kit. You're probably thinking, well, you know, one bowl ain't gonna feed my whole family, right? Well, let me show you this. Ready? Well, bam! All right? So these 4 pots, I mean, it's a 72-hour kit. You probably don't want to eat beans 72. I'm just, you know what happened. But anyway, there's plenty of food here. So there's plenty of food to feed a family, and if you're smart about it, you can probably stretch it out to take more than 72 hours. So it's not just one bowl here. It's supposed to be 4 servings in each bag, and this is going to get you by for a few days right here if you play your cards right. So there's still plenty of that tater soup, thank God, which I'm going to save myself some misery here. It's not as good as my wife's potato soup. But that's good potato soup. I'll never say there's better potato soup than my wife's potato soup, but that is respectable potato soup right there. So now, advanced box time. So in the advanced box, we got an item from Gerber. It's called the FreeScape. What is the FreeScape? Well, it's a freaking awesome little saw right here. Let me show it to you. The FreeScape camp saw. Ain't that nice? Thing right there is rotor ready. It's like a bow saw that folds down nice and compact like. I got one in the mystery spot, so I don't have to take that one out of the packaging. So this right here is what it looks like when you get it assembled, which is really easy and fun to do. So very strong construction right here. They've got a channel, like a U-channel construction to it, which is really strong. Doesn't have a lot of flex to it, which is good when you're running a saw like this through wood. Very aggressive and very good saw blade right there. And it just feels solid and safe. Some bow saws don't feel very solid when you're using them. It easily fits into a pack. You can actually put it into a center console of most pickup trucks and vehicles nowadays. So it folds down nice and compact like this right here. It's a really solid saw right here. It breaks down easily. You just pull the handle back. It's got a little hook right here. Fold your blade up. Careful not to poke yourself. Goes back like this, and then it snaps all back together. And I should have put the hook in there. Get your little hook in there. There we go. So that way you ain't got a hook with the dangle going on there. So that's how it packs up. And then of course, taking it apart is just as easy, right? Drop that down, pull your blade out, let that drop down. There's your hook. You just keep moving the handle in until your hook lines up, like so. Bring the handle back, locks in place, and you're good to go. So great little saw for all sorts of uses. I mean, I carried a saw similar to this in my pack when I used to film hunts, because I always had to trim a limb or something like that was in the way of a camera or whatever, getting up into tree stands. Great little saw, very, very useful. You know, it's always there when you need it. You don't have this big cumbersome bow saw sitting around. That can be a pain in the butt. This little guy right here get the job done for most tasks in the woods, y'all. And that's all you got to worry about carrying, and it's ready to go. And for Battlbox subscribers, we threw in an extra blade for you. Come on. So now it's Pro Box time. And we've been doing some teasers, we've been doing some talking, we've been doing some leaking. Daniel laughed, I hope you did too. Some of you might know what's coming up in the Pro Box. Really, really cool item. We're very excited about it. We've been putting in a lot of work for this, and we got a really cool item for you called the Spot Gen 4. It's a satellite GPS messenger. This thing right here is bad to the bone, and it's $150 value. Just this box right here, just what we got right here, $150 right here, if you were to buy it in a store or whatever. So what is the Spot Gen 4? Well, it is a messenger system that connects to the satellite grid, and them satellites are all connected, and they're all talking to you through this device right here. So your location is known at all times as you've got this device turned on. It's not designed to be a tracker necessarily as far as being able to see where you're going and how to get there and that sort of stuff as far as what most people think of when you hear somebody say GPS. What it's using the global positioning system for is to be sure that your location is known, and if you need help in an emergency situation, be it a small emergency where you just need help from a couple friends, to a really, really bad emergency where you need the big dogs to come in, like the hardcore, emergency services systems to come in to rescue you or to rescue somebody you're with or whatnot if you're in a remote location. This is the item to have, folks. Don't leave home without this, really, when it comes to going camping or going out, okay? I mean, or hunting or boating, whatever. I mean, you think of all the people that are lost and all the accidents that happen out in the ocean with people boating. If somebody's got this on them, the chances of them being saved, being found, et cetera, go through the roof. There's been thousands of people that are here today because they had one of Spot's products on them, and this is their newest product, the Gen 4. You set this up for general messaging for, say, your wife and a couple friends or something like that. If you're going out somewhere, of course, you're supposed to tell everybody where you're going just so that they know. In case something happens, they'll know somewhat where to look for you. But with this right here, you can set a check-in message. You can go in through the program on the computer, and you can set this spot up to say, let's say I'm going hunting somewhere for a week, remote, camping, the whole nine. I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going to set up camp, and that's where I'm going to hunt. I can set up a message that I'm in camp for the night, everything is well. All I have to do is push that button. It's going to send that message out via text and or email to who I want it to send that message out to. Hey, I'm in camp, all is well, good night. I can set it for another message that says, up for the morning, everything's well, I'm going out hunting, or I have arrived, or whatever. You can set it up for whatever. All you have to do is push that button. It will send that message out to who you have selected for it to be sent out to. Also, we have handshake little symbol right here, as you can see. That is a I need help message, but I don't need like emergency medical help message. Like I'm stuck, or I've got a flat tire, or I don't know, it's something that's non-emergency. So you can set up people on this that, let's say you're going to an area, there's a couple people that live close to that area. They would be good people to set up for this because they're somewhat close to you. So you can hit that button, it'll send a message, say to Daniel, hey, I need help. And he'll come help me because it's going to send him my location. It also can be set up so that every few minutes or hours or whatever, it can send a message out to who you want, and it just sends them your location. They can see that you're moving around. They can see that you're doing stuff. And you can choose not to do that. It's totally customizable. Some people are like, well, I don't want everybody to know where I'm at. Well, that's fine. But you need to let a couple people know where you're at just in case something happens, because let's say something happens and you can't push the SOS button that I'm going to tell you about here in a minute. Something bad happened, I fell off a mountain and I'm done. At least they can see that I haven't moved for hours, and they can assume something's wrong and come to my aid, and at least I can be recovered whether I'm kicking or not. This is a great thing to have. Now, the SOS button. Let's say something happens and I fall out of a tree stand or something. I fall off a cliff. I get in a bad accident off-roading out in the middle of nowhere. I get burned really bad at my campsite by my campfire, right? If I've got the ability to at least hit this SOS button right here, it's going to call in, it's going to go to GEOS. And GEOS is a system where all emergency medical organizations all communicate with GEOS. It's going to send a SOS signal to the satellites, and the Avengers are going to come and save me.
Assemble.
Right, they're going to come take care of me. I'm talking about wherever you are, they're going to say, hey, that guy's going to need air support. They're going to bring in air support. The proper people are going to come and help you. So that is like the hey, I need the Avengers to come save me. I need the big dogs to come rescue me. This button right here, and this button has saved many, many, many lives. I mean, there's thousands of people that are here today because they used a spot tracking device. Matter of fact, I did an interview with a guy, his name's Tug. I did a little Skype interview with Tug, and he's actually here today because he had a Spot device. He had a Gen 3, and I'm gonna post that video next week, Thursday. We're gonna post a video of me talking with Tug about his experience and what happened to him and what he thinks about the Spot device. And he had a pretty bad accident. He's a man's man. He's a tough guy. He lives out west. He was trying to help get some cattle back into the herd when they were moving cattle out in a remote location on horseback and on mules. This guy's like a cowboy, and he's really cool. It's a great interview, but he tells us his story and how the Spot device was a big factor in him being here today. Everybody that is of Pro and Pro Plus level, you guys are going to love this. I don't think you should go out without having this with you and having it set up. Also, as a subscriber, you're going to get a free activation and 6 months free service with the code that we'll send you. There is a subscription service to this. You have to be subscribed, through and member, of Spot and into the Geo system and all that to use this. I don't know about you, but for me, that's very, very cheap insurance, and it's not expensive because we don't want to just give you something and you have to pay more money to make it work. We're going to get 6 months free, and the initial activation of this is free. We're covering that for you, and that is another 90 some bucks worth of value. You got almost $250 worth of value in this right here and in a 6 month plan. I don't care what you're doing, guys. Going hunting, fishing. If you're going anywhere remote, set this thing up so that you can have contact with your loved ones. And if you need help, you don't have to worry about a cell phone. Just hit this button and a GPS is going to handle it. This is going to work where your cell phone won't. I also did a video on this a month or two ago, pretty detailed. I went on a hiking track. You can see where you've been. You can do a breadcrumb trail with this and look at it on your phone and stuff like that. But I want to drive home that this is for emergencies and safety and checking in. It's not necessarily for making a breadcrumb trail for you to save and say, look where I've been. I mean, there's other things that can do that. So I know some of you basic and advanced subscribers are probably thinking, man, I'd love to have something like that. Good grief. We got a hookup for you. So in your box, we've got a 50% off coupon, 50% off the device, and 50% off the service setup. And the service is a 12-month service. 50% off is pretty freaking good, right? For the Pro and the Pro Plus subscribers, there's a card in your box so that you can activate your free 6 month and your free activation. You need to do that as soon as possible. You need to do that by the end of February, okay? Else you're gonna have to pay for it, right? There's a card in your box giving you instructions on how to do that, okay? So that's what this card's for. So when you get your box, don't just see the cards and toss them. There's information for you about this guy in your box, okay? So you can get your 6 months and your free activation. You guys enjoy that, cause that's awesome. Just clip it on, man. You got it. Really cool. I could talk about that for hours, but I'm not, because now we're gonna go into the Pro Plus, which we did a little sneak peek on and all, along with the Spot right there. So some of you may know what this is, some of you may not. So we're gonna jump right on into it because we got an Esee, y'all. Did you hear me? We got an Esee, y'all. Trying to work with Esee for some time. We've got it done. We got an awesome knife from Esee. It's freaking sweet, and I'm gonna show it to you. Made in the USA. We got the Esee Azula. The Azula. So, really cool knife right here. So here is the Azula itself. Really cool skeletonized knife right here. Compact, but it's not extremely small. Like it's, I guess, a medium EDC type size knife, I guess you would say. I mean, I got large hands, so it's kind of hard to tell, but great build quality, awesome, awesome knife, and very versatile knife. Got 1095 steel. Blade length is 2.63 inches. Overall length is 6.25 inches. It's got like a 55-57 RC. What can this be used for? Well, all sorts of things. You can use the sheath that it comes with. That's a very positive locking sheath as a neck knife. Y'all know what I think about neck knives. I love neck knives. So really nice neck knife right here. Just add you some paracord for your necklace and boom, you got a neck knife. You can wrap this bad boy in paracord. They show you how to do all that stuff right here in the manual. So Esee's really well put together. I mean, it's a nice brand. They make really, really nice knives. They go into a lot of detail. That's really cool. So it shows you how to wrap the handle in paracord if you want. It shows you how to make it a neck knife if you want. Shows you how to rig it up so that you can use this sheath on a belt with paracord if you want. It also comes with a clip that you can add to your sheath so you can carry it on your belt or the side of your pants, however you want to do it. Very good looking, lightweight knife. They also send little things like this. This is really cool. It's like a safety card that shows you different ways, you know, that you can call for, you know, distress signals, for air support. It's got survival tips here. It's got little measuring things. It's a great little thing to keep in your wallet too. Esee also does cool stuff like that. But there's more. The difference between a Azula and a Azula 2, minus a little bit of length in the handle, the Azula 2 is a little bit longer in the handle. The blade and all is the same, is it has scales, typically micarta scales. For those of you that want a knife with scales on it, we're throwing in a set of custom scales for the Azula. So it essentially gives it the look and feel of the Azula 2. Your little screws and studs right there to go through your handle material, your scales here. These are micarta scales. I don't know how easy you can see that on the camera, but kind of a greenish hue. It's got a little bit of a greenish hue, greenish brown hue to it. Really, really cool. And then it comes with a spacer. The spacer goes in the center of the knife there to help, you know, give your pen somewhere to live, basically. So it'll look something other like this, because you might get this color scale as well. The black scales. So basically it'll look like this with this color, if you get this color, or the black scales. And it just changes the whole knife. Changes the whole thing. Looks completely different. So you can choose to use it. You can choose to not use them, whatever. I mean, it's whatever your style is, but that is a sexy knife. Gives you a little bit more meat to hang on to if you like, okay? Still retains a hole here for a lanyard. Just a really, really cool looking knife. So that's with the scales. That's without the scales. And lifetime warranty. If something happens to this knife, send it to them. They'll either fix it or send you another one. No questions asked. It doesn't matter how it broke. It doesn't matter. They don't care. They want you to have a functional Azula product or a functional Esee product, and they're going to do whatever they got to do to get it back to you, either fixed or a brand new one. So we've got another option for you guys with this knife. It's a limited time deal. There's only a limited supply of them. And as a matter of fact, we're going to do free shipping for a while on these too. And it's a leather sheath, custom leather sheath for this knife. Huh? $29.99. So $29.99 in the Battlbox shop. We've got a limited supply of these leather sheaths. That's a good price for a custom leather sheath. I mean, these were custom for this knife right here. If you want a leather sheath instead of the sheath that it comes with, which is a great sheath, don't get me wrong, great sheath, especially if you want to do a neck knife. Especially if you want to use it as a neck knife, right? Because it's going to sit flat and it's going to hold it in there good and tight. You ain't got to worry about it falling out. Some people like leather. Some people like to wear their knives on their belts. A lot of people like a good sized knife for scalp carry. This knife with this sheath is the perfect scalp carry knife. It ain't too big. It's not going to stick out too far. You're not going to hang it on stuff. It's not going to be a pain in the butt to have back there when you're riding in your vehicle. It sits nice and flush to your back, and it's a small footprint, and it works perfect as a scalp carry knife. So this is what it would look like in the sheath. Again, these sheaths, $29.99, available at battlbox.com. Limited supply, so if you want one, get one now, and we're going to do free shipping on it as well. Very, very, very nice.
Check this out.
So with this sheath as well, it's going to come as a right-hand draw. You pull it from your right side. If you want one to pull from the left side, you can just switch this around. All right? Got them 2 screws right there. Take those loose, flip it around to where this is facing, you know, this way essentially. And you can pull it from the left side. Only thing is the release tab is going to be on the inside, but that's not weird because your left thumb's going to be on that side anyway. It's ambidextrous.
Say it one more time.
Ambidextrous.
Okay, whatever.
Well, what is it?
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Yeah.
So there's not a trius in there?
I'm pretty sure there's not.
There's totally a trius in there. Ambidextrous. Do you say movie theater or movie theater?
I say theater.
It's theater.
It's shorter.
That's your Pro Plus knife of the month, the Azula from Esee. So that's mission 71 of Battlbox, folks. Really good value in this box and lots of stuff. Looks like Christmas morning right here. So real quick recap. We got vittles. We got a 72-hour kit from Ready Hour, 25 years shelf life. We got the black beans, the mac and cheese, we got the tater soup, and we got the creamy chicken flavored rice right here. All of this stuff is delicious. It's good stuff, seriously. It's good stuff. Tastes really, 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 really good. So we've got some seasoning there that you can pretty much put on anything. So great small pack of seasoning for camp, for a bug out bag, or for whatever. I mean, put it on French fries. It's freaking awesome on French fries. But you can put that on meat, fish, soups. It's designed for freeze-dried meals and stuff like that as well. So great, great seasoning. Made in the USA, by the way, along with the Ready Hour. We also have got the Spartan Fire multi-use EDC tender right here. Works really, really good. You get 6, 7 pieces in there. You can break it down to smaller pieces, use a whole piece, however you like. Really, really good stuff to add to your fire kit because it doesn't take up any space and it works. It's freaking awesome. And then we've got the Spot Gen 4 right here. Awesome device right here. Highly recommend it. If you didn't get this in your box, you've got a 50% off coupon so that you can get one 50% off and the service 50% off. Check out my video. I'll link it in the description below that I did on this a couple months ago. If you have not seen it, I go into more detail. Really, really nice. Over here, really cool saw, small, compact, fits in a pack, works really good, chews through wood. It's freaking awesome. And beside it, we've got the switch from UCO, the spork set. You got your spoon, your fork, your knife. It all nests together. You can, do it like the old kayak paddle if you really want to shovel the food in fast. It's freaking awesome. And then last but not least, the Azula from Esee. We finally got an Esee, y'all, and it's freaking awesome because we've got custom scales to go on it. If you want to use scales, you can use paracord like the Southern Survival paracord that we sent in a past box. Wrap that dude up. You got paracord handle. Use it as a neck knife, what have you. And then we've got the option for you to go to the store and buy the Scout Carry leather sheath that's designed specifically for that as well. Limited quality, and we'll ship that to you for free. 2021 is looking good, y'all. You hear me? It's looking good. I appreciate you guys watching as always. If you'd like to find out more about Battlbox, what we do, why we do it, you can find us at battlbox.com, battlbox.com. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button down below. Comment, tell me what you think, and I'll see you next month with Mission 72. But first, I'm gonna have some lunch. I want some mac and cheese, and the beans are good. But that tater soup is calling my name. Y'all be good. If not, be good at it. See y'all.